The war of the Dwarves and Orcs is about to begin. The Iron Hills march on one of Gundabad's strongholds in today's Dawnless Days siege battle for you here today, guys. Welcome back to the world of Lord of the Rings and all things Total War. It's great to be back here in Middle-earth. And yeah, we have a 2v2 here on I think it's a vanilla settlement for Attritional. I don't think it is a Dawnless Days one. I've seen it played a few times. It's a pretty fun map, that's for sure. I wouldn't say it's the largest in the world. Definitely is appropriate for a 2v2. And yeah, we do have two Iron Hill armies here landing, as we have Warriors of Ered Mithrin already landing. Taking the hits as well from volleys of archers. I don't know if it's a wise idea to send these guys in first, but they are going in first against the Gundabad warlords down below. So yes, we have Gundabad on the defensive here today, along with the Orcs of the North. So technically that's like a Gundabad slash Dumbledore sort of hybrid. And then yes, we have the two Iron Hill armies coming here to destroy this enclave of evil that the Orcs have set up here. And yeah, it should be a very, very interesting one. Numbers wise, the attackers are attacking with 2,000 less troops. But you've got to remember that the dwarves, they're a hardy bunch, and they do have smaller unit sizes, and their units are just incredibly powerful. And orcs also just have larger units because they're usually a bit weaker, usually. But I don't know if that's necessarily the case with some of these units. There's some pretty solid units. Orcs enough, let's say, are a little bit weaker, probably because they brought a mix of roster. But I don't know, maybe they brought mostly Gundabad units. Looks like they have, to be honest. They have got some goblins as well, which they do bump up the numbers. The goblins are very small unit, very large units, sorry. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It's pretty much just a Dwarves v Gundabad sort of situation here. As they battle on in there. Very small area that they've managed to open up as a bridgehead. It's not really a very viable bridgehead. I mean, they're going to need to land more towers here. There is obviously another one being landed here. Again, an even smaller bridgehead that the Dwarves have managed to set up here. It's at least nice that we're not on the generic Northman map anymore, because we had a lot of replays on that. We're on a slightly different map at least. But again, not a unique map, you would say. Because most of the unique maps have been taken off Dawnless Days. I think they're reworking a lot of them. The dwarves here, they're batting their way through. Is it just a spear unit here? Yeah, Goblin, the Black-Showed Spears. So we have got War of the Mountains on, and Last Breath, of course, because we do have the Iron Hills here. But yeah, War of the Mountains adds, well, the Gundabad forces and Orcs of the North. So yeah, both of these submods pretty key if you want to do a War of Dwarves and Orcs scenario. The Madak Warriors here batting their way through with their mallets. Actually are winning. They're beating Gundabad Warlords, which is a tier 4 unit. I like how it says Noldor as well. Very funny that, yeah, like the Gundabad units, some of them are just like Noldor, which is, yeah, just very dumb. I think that must be, I don't know, maybe they just obviously in the mod they've just not got around to editing that. Maybe it's not a orc type that they want to use, like Northern Orcs or something like that, maybe. I don't know, Gundabad Orcs, you probably just call them. Because they are different to typical like orcs. They're bigger, scarier. Ered Mithrin crossbows here, setting up on a really nice ridge line here. If they can set up here and they can just focus down into this choke point, I'd take out all these archers first. Yeah, then they can just unlock this section here for the dwarves, and they can then start to progress through the settlement. Right now, it's not looking great for dwarves. So I'm like, they are kind of getting penned in a lot of areas. These dwarven, like the Iron Hill Warriors, are not that great to be honest either. They're tier 3. They're not as good as the Erebor, like Axe Warriors. I think they did get a buff, but I don't know. Still, I don't think packed that much of a punch. They'll hold the line nice. If we're going aggressively against certainly tier 4 infantry that they're facing. Yeah, good luck. Good luck to them. Madak Warriors went back in after sort of standing on that wall for a bit. And actually, that charge they got there pretty solid. They're nearly through that Gundabad Warlord unit. They might be being rewarded with the Tomb Raiders going in here, so that actually they're going in straight down the centre of the Dwarven line. The Dwarves right now are struggling in a lot of spots. Struggling in the sense that they're not winning decisively. Like combat even a lot of these. Plays Gundabad here though should be cut down by the Dwarves. Yes, if you're a fan of all things Lord of the Rings and Dawnless Days, or just Total War, and you want to see more Total War sieges and more Lord of the Rings action, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a commentary support. It really does help out the channel. We're working towards 13k subs. We're like well over halfway, so if you haven't already subscribed and you watch the videos, you know what to do. Hit that sub button. Let's get closer towards that goal. Fighting a, what is here? Is it Gundabad Warlords again? I'm surprised they haven't made a dash for this gate. I mean, they can see that it's undefended. They put a ram. They had a ram somewhere. Been used? Oh yeah, of course it's been used to knock down that gate. They only brought the one ram and they went for one gate, and it's the one that was defended. Still a lot of reserves back here for the Dwarves, and they got some nasty stuff. We've got Iron Guards, Sons of the Hill. What else we got back here? Area Mithrin veterans. More warriors of the Area Mithrin as well. So a lot more shock that can be sent in, which is good. Man's power, I'd say it's shifting in favor of. I mean, that's not good actually. Yeah, looking at those numbers, that's 600 loss for the defenders, nearly 1,000 loss for the Dwarves. And they're using a lot of ammo, are the defenders, to get this sort of stage. But that's not good. The Red Citadel Guards in the front line now, so they're sending in their elite, like, spearmen to try and hold the line here. I like how when they go into melee to their actions, the Red Citadel Guards, they drop their spear, sorry, their shield, and then all of a sudden, boop, it appears back. Died, and that's probably because he dropped his shield. Never drop your shield. Stay in formation. I kind of like slicing through these Red Citadel Guards, actually. Yeah, look at that. These guys are getting battered about by the Manic Warriors. Another unit is landing here as well. So, did the crossbows fell back? Yeah, they were taking some losses, but yeah, I don't know. They're that worried about the Mountain Orcs reverse. They are a pretty deadly opponent. They are heavy bow infantry. Even still, I don't know. I don't know if I would. 4 against 2? It's got odds. The gate force has been pushed back. Some of it has the shocks breaking there. Yeah, this little enclave here is not being reused, you could say. It's not being sent back in there. Probably for the best. We are going to see Iron Guards come forward soon. I am thinking once the Dwarves send forward some more of their elites, we're going to see a bit more progress take place here. Iron Hill Pikes, I don't think they'll send them in yet. We've got an Iron Horn Cavalry as well in general, so we've got some goats here in today's game. Unique to the Iron Hills. There'll be there's a lot of shock still to go in. I'm wondering whether, with that shock being sent in soon, we might see a bit more progress. Over on this side as well, there has been a so-called assault here, is like being prepared. I would possibly make a push here soon. Thing is, there's like troops here waiting. Obviously, they're waiting till they feel like they get a bit of a breakthrough, then they're going to land. But you want to try and attack at the same time, just because it just draws resources from this front and maybe gives them a bit of relief to actually make some progress. This is the main force. It needs to hopefully get through. Right now, it's not. And this force here is Iron Hill Warriors nearly finished off. And the Manic Warriors here, this was a fresh unit not 2 minutes ago, and they're already getting focused down and killed. What is the player doing? And they're now going to get beheaded by the hammers of the Tomb Raiders. Lara Croft's going to have her way with them. And there you go, routed just like that. Very easy. And that's actually, that entire front has been routed. Wow. They've not sent anything else in. Not like on this front here where there's been like a steady supply of dwarves going in. Do some more. Now on that other front, they're back to square one. They've got to re-land on the walls. They've got to march forward, which are going to get shot as they get marched forward. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's been a well thought through dwarven assault so far. The banner of the Iron Hills is still being held high, it's still being waved around. It's the war cry for Dane, for the king, goes up. I presume Dane is here. He is indeed. There he is. There he is, the main man. We've got the one from the Hobbit because he's got his standard here. He's got the Erebor standard. I guess he's like king of the under the mountain at this point. He's both king of Erebor and the Iron Hills. Looking glorious. It is a really nice model. It really is. And they've got some goat cavalry as well. Actually, I just realised it's not a general unit. Interesting they brought them. I mean, they are really good, but in a map like this, I think it'd be easy to use. I don't know. They could have burned this watchtower down. It's not a bad idea. They're also burning some little huts back here. Ripping pieces of them. Man's power's not looking great, but I've seen the dwarves prevail at this sort of percentage, like 2,600 against 5,000 orcs. I mean, I've seen it happen. Not often on the attack, though. This will be interesting to see. If the dwarves can come back from this, this could be one of the comebacks of the century when it comes to a siege attack.
Tower has been destroyed.
There you go. I think they destroyed the tower. Burn it. No, they didn't actually. Tower's been destroyed. Oh, it's over here because the dwarves decided their assault. Finally, this needed to happen like a long time ago. They should have simultaneously attacked, not one at a time. The dwarves go in anyway. They are fighting a lot of goblins, so weaker units on this front, not like a lot of the Gundabad units here. Shield wall hold strong. A lot of Gundabad orcs in here, but the black shield spears seem to be suffering. I do like how the Gundabad helmets look how they do, because I don't think that's what they look like in the movies or like in lore. Like they got this they look like they got rabbit ears or something like just there. They look quite silly. Like, oh yes, we're just murdering a load of really scary rabbits right now. Holding the front line. I like the shield as well. It's pretty much just their arm. It's like an armored arm. Kind of reminds me of like the Roman armor that they start to put into effective fight with Dacians. It kind of looks a bit like that. If you played Rome 2, you know what I mean. Yeah, spears on that side there, they are losing. They're losing decisively. That is not good. Iron Hill Warriors doing fine for now. We are about to see a second landing here as well from the dwarves, so they are sending in some more troops. Khan and Riverguard going into the solid spears, more of a holding unit than it's an attack unit. We've got Warriors of Varied Mission as well. Khan and Riverguard do kind of remind me, like I think I say it in most videos, they kind of look like Dwarven Spartans. At the moment the Orcs have plenty they can throw in. They've got plenty of their own troops here that they can just keep smothering the Dwarven assaults. We're now seeing more shock as well being dropped in. These are Warriors of Varied Mithrin. Still no sign of any of the elite troops. And I say they actually have plenty to send in. I mean, they don't really, actually. The dwarves If the Dwarves made an all-out assault now on the wall, there is not a lot here to hold this line. They've got a couple of Gundabad warlords here that are pretty weak. There's a Blades Gundabad which is healthy. Yeah, not a lot of, like, I'd say healthy units. So the Red Citadel Guard that can come forward. This flank here is looking quite thin. If the Dwarves keep sending stuff forward, and I would say send a lot in, like a lot of your forces, they could maybe break through. It's a risky thing, but the line is looking thin. They keep slowly pulling troops in like this. I don't know. I don't feel like they're going to get the same effect. Attritionally wise, to just ground down the Orcs. If they can throw everything at once, bam, go in. While the other front is still being occupied as well, and reserves are maybe being shifted that way. They can maybe catch the Orcs unawares here. And they are breaking some stuff, or it looked like it was wavering. Also, they might need to send in some troops here just to hold a lot of reserves in place. A bit of a sacrificial lamb. We are about to see. Oh, this please tell me this Iron Guard's not being shot to 60 from here. It looks like this Iron Guard has taken a lot of casualties here for no reason at all. Oh yeah, it has. Look at all those Iron. Oh no. Oh no! Don't never let an Iron Guard just stand and take fire like that and just get absolutely obliterated. Yeah, it's never going to be as effective. I mean, it's literally one of the best units in the game. It's just such a great unit offensively and defensively. Well, over here, this is kind of surprising. They were winning this fight, but yeah, archers have got. Oh, that's a really nice position they've got up there on that hill as well. This gets nice side shots, and they've actually managed to turn that fight around for the goblins and the Gundabad Orcs there. This flank not yet being turned around. Oh, look at this little duel going on here. Look at these guys. Got a perfect view of them as well. Batter him. Take out that stinking orc. Oh, is he dead? Is he just got knocked down? I think he's dead. I think he killed that guy. Well done. Is he going to get another one? Maybe. Oh my gosh. This guy's on a rampage. He's broken away from the unit. He's taken the battle to the orcs himself. He's now floating on midair. What sorcery is this, sir? I name you Gloin. Oh, he's got another kill. Gloin's doing absolutely great work. Oh, this guy up here is getting absolutely... Oh no, rip in peace. Oh. Died in his killing blow. He killed that dwarf though. Gloin here still going strong. What a mad lad. Kind of want to see what happens to him. Oh, he dies. Rip in peace. No. He took 2 with him though. That's not a bad ratio. That's the sort of ratio all the dwarves need to be doing really. They'd win this game easily. Here we go though. Another landing. Warrior Bear Mithrin's landing here. Blades Gundabad suffering, dying. Very, very nice. Another this is Arid Mithrin veterans. They're getting focused down here. My gosh, brutal. Yeah, the landing and they're getting shot to pieces here. My gosh. They need to get in here. I mean, that's a shame. This has been a massive thing for the defenders. Their archers have been just incredibly good. I mean, the attackers, I can't say I've used their archers well. Dwarves certainly, obviously, on the attack, it's pretty tough using them. I don't even think one of the armies has brought any range. There's 4 range here in total, I can see. And I don't think any have been focused down to pieces. This gate battle is slowly going in favor of the dwarves. But it's mainly because the orcs are pulling back reserves to other positions.
Men have given up and are running for their lives.
Yeah, Arid Mithrin veterans in there with Iron Guard. It's a nice little combo going on there. That other Arid Mithrin veteran obviously destroyed within about 2 seconds. This is looking good though. Dwarves finally look like they're going to get through. At what cost though? And you can see they've been able to pull back a lot of their troops to the goblins. I feel like it's a bit too far to fall back. I would try and hold these barricades. I think you can. I don't even think you need to worry. Like looking at numbers, 4,100 and 1,700. Oof. Yeah, I'd hold a little lower down. If anything, I'd carry on contesting for these front walls. I think it would make much more fun. Like, you're going to have so many reserves freed up from this flank in a moment. But yeah, the Dwarves have just been battered trying to get through here. A range fight that they've not really tried to take has gone costly for them. Because if, like, the archers, if their crossbows get killed off by archers, who cares? The archers are then shooting crossbows, which probably weren't going to be that effective in this siege battle anyway. So they're wasting our ammo on that rather than these really good shots and spears and even the swords that Dwarves have access to. That's sometimes what the crossbows are going to be, a sacrificial lamb, just so other units can perform.
Look, they're hidden units.
Well, the battle here continues, and to be honest, how I had the camera sat, the Dwarves looked like they were pushing forwards, but actually the Orcs are pushing them back, and they are losing these fights, actually. The Dwarves are going to, this entire front here, I mean, was a distraction. Arguably, it has sort of worked, but yeah, it's come at a cost. 4 units of Dwarves probably all going to die there, and it looks like they will finally get through this gate as well. These blades of Gundabad holding pretty much to the last door. They're doing their best down there. Yeah, I didn't even realize the Dwarves had units over here, so they're going to land here as well. So this is evidently why they've fallen back here. Otherwise, I think they would have probably decided to continue their fight, like down by the walls, I think. I would have imagined they would have. I think the Orcs have enough that they could just win it there. But it looks like they're going to try and defend here instead, because the Iron Hills have decided to send 2 units of towers, or 2 units and a tower around the back here. There's pole arms waiting for them. But yeah, interesting. A lot of archers left here for the Orcs, I will admit. There is a lot, but also pole arms in the choke points here. Oh gosh, they're firing a fire arrows onto the tower here. They're going to try and burn this tower down. It's not a bad idea. It's a light siege tower, so it's going to be really easy to do, really easy to burn, and it's already at 68%. Dwarves need to land this tower and get these guys like off the tower, or start to get off the tower anyway. I think they will take casualties if the tower collapses with them on it. They're currently at 96. We'll keep an eye on that because the breakthrough's taking place. These Dwarves are going to get bailed out by goat cavalry. The goats have arrived. And their horns are going to start getting bloodied with the blood of Orcs.
Our men flee the field of battle.
There you go. They've routed all those units there. I think the tower should have collapsed by now. It's on fire. Oh yeah, it doesn't collapse immediately, so the Dwarves will just get off it. They lost a man, but honestly, that could be just from archer fire. I think most of them are going to get off of it before it collapses. But yeah, the tactic just kind of got... Their strategy there kind of got wasted. And now they just force the Orcs into what is a really strong defensive position. Yeah, they didn't lose a single man. Orcs are sending out more troops, so I think they're just going to defend this sort of position here. They can get decent side shots with the Orcs mounted on the wall. So that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. It also gives them a bit more space to operate with, which I think they need. Just a little bit more. At least there is units, you know, that can try and break through the polearm lines.
Our men have regrouped.
Pikes. We've got Iron Hill pikes, and we've also got Dragon Slayers. I've seen them. They're the elite pikes that the Iron Hills have access to. Pikes, though, I've been told, not as good as polearms. So we'll see how that happens. I mean, pikes have a better range. They do less damage in a melee fight. If you have a pike and a polearm face off against each other, it will do less damage. But they have better range. Actually, the halberds, yeah, these guys break that issue because the halberds here, they have massive halberds and they also do extra damage. So these are by far and away arguably the best polearms in the game. They are both like a pike and also have the assets of a polearm. Look at that! Literally, their polearms, sorry, are like sticking through the spear line here by quite a lot. And also it's a scary trident-looking thing, which I don't think actually comes into it. But imagine being speared by one of those. Spear 3 guys at the same time. Khan and Riverguard getting up here. I don't think they're going to go in. They're just kind of establishing where the front line's going to be. There are 20 minutes left of the siege. 20 minutes. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. Are these dwarves going to just retreat, get another tower? They're going to... I mean, they could. There's another light siege tower here. They could... This one has not landed. They could go and get this one, and then wheel it back around. It wouldn't take too long. It is a light siege tower. It moves pretty quickly. We are about to see pikes come up, but they are going to get focused down immediately. Yeah, here we go. Iron Hill Pike going in. And already from 115 down to 87 so quickly. And this is the problem. They are seeing the crossbows at least getting used now. They are shooting Goblin Heavy Archers. Pikes have made it, but they're going to get side-shotted now instead of getting shot in front. And yeah, look at that. And this is going to be the problem. Pikes don't... kind of charged in before they got their pikes down. That's also another poor move there, you'd say. You need to kind of like set up your pikes and then edge them forward. Same with pole arms. Because otherwise, yeah, they'll just charge in. They won't have their phalanx set up and you lose like a whole bunch of troops before they start to actually get anywhere. Here we go. The Lions have engaged once again. Can't imagine these pikes, like I said, are going to last long though. Red Citadel Guards holding the line for a long, long time. Again, those Red Citadel Guards somehow magically dropping their shields and picking them up once again. What a fun little glitch. These guys kind of look like Spartans as well. The like Khan River Guard and also Red Citadel Guards kind of give like Spartan vibes, all in red. There is a... I don't know if I could call it an assault taking place on the side here. I like how the Archer Tower from all the way over there is shooting these guys who just can't get a break, can they? These poor dwarves. This is like a distraction force. Literally none of these units are going to be having any hope of breaking through that pole arm line there. The main assault, I imagine, is going to take place here. I mean, if dwarves wanted to, they could set up their crossbows over here and then side shot into the pole arms and the pike and the spears, and that's probably the best bet they have. I mean, they might get dueled by these Goblin Heavy Archers, and they are already goblins shooting at these Iron Fortress Guardians and their Mithrin crossbows. That would be the best place to put them. Get the go over here and then try and side shot and try and change the outcome of this choke point here. Like, the Orcs have gifted you a side-on shot. There you go, the Dwarves have been defeated. Well, not quite. I thought this Khan River Guard was going to break. It's not. The Pikes have gone though. Pikes have just, well, they're re-rallied. And the River Guard is going to retreat. We are now going to... Oh, I thought we were going to see an assault on that side, but I don't think we are. I mean, if I was the Orcs, just shoot them down for the fun of it. Just shoot them. Oh, they're shooting the Iron Fortress Guardians that are coming forward. Okay, not a bad idea. And if they can get them over here and right in front of this this gate, it'll be, well, not pretty difficult, but a bit awkward to try and shoot them. Maybe not. They can probably set arch unit on this length of the wall here. Probably deal with them. Yeah, actually, no, I take it back. That's not going to happen. Yeah, these Iron Fortress Guardians, they're going on a bit of a forlorn hope here, I think. Honestly, I don't think the Orcs needed to retreat. They could have taken the fight to the Dwarves. They just denied them the walls, which they were doing for so long, so well. This Cav as well would have not been able to operate. Now if they push down, obviously the Dwarves might use the cavalry. So they are kind of in a sticky position now. With what they can, well, like they can't push down basically. The Orcs have to stand here and just hope that the Dwarves are going to just keep sending troops in. They are shooting, yeah, going to try and shoot their way through the Red Citadel Guards and the pole arms. It's a good idea, it's the right idea. So obviously they're just not going to win because they have a range problem still because the orcs still have ammo. I mean, if they sent up, I don't know, do they send up the Dragon Slayers as a sacrificial lamb, or keep sending up the archers? That's also an option. Keep setting up the crossbows. Let them take all the hits because they're not really doing much. They're not going to get many kills. And then send in the Dragon Slayers. Once everything's out of ammo, and you know everything's out of ammo, send in the Dragon Slayers. They might have a bit of a effective time there. But we're seeing a counterattack here. Orcs are sending down just arch units. Dwarves are sending these tiny little weakened units. I still think the Orcs will win.
And he can no longer fire.
Manic Warriors trying to whack their way through. I don't know if you guys probably can't hear it right now, but right now the RAF are doing so many exercises over the city I live in. It is, I can hear them, can't see it. Actually, I take that back, I think I can see it. Just off camera what's going on right now, it is very loud. Well, if World War III starts now, at least you might get a glorious Dawnless Days replay as your final one. Your final video from me. That's if this recording gets out. If it doesn't, it's probably because I've been hit by something. But yeah. A lot of exercises going on right now. I can hear a lot of jets. But yeah, that fight over there, that's not going to come to much. I think the Orcs even sent, yeah, they sent 2 arch units. They are, actually, Mountain Orcs versus are losing this piddly little force, but yeah, not going to, the second one I imagine will be more than enough. And they were going to send swords down, it seems Gundabad Warlords, scaring off the crossbows. It's a good idea, it seems like once they get really close, they can't get good angles from the walls. Also, actually, I think they might have run out of ammo. Most units, there's 2 here. Put these back on the walls, that's where they should be. Don't need to be on this, sort of like this front spot. Oh no, these guys, this one has a little bit of ammo. The goblins have what remains of the ammo.
Come on, chill!
You see the cav charging? Surely not, the cav is not going to charge. I was going to say, there's a polearm still up there. Halberds are dying though, they are, like the crossbows are getting kills here. This slow attritional warfare, and they're shooting from back here as well. Why aren't all the crossbows shooting from back here? That's a much safer spot. They're well out of range than the archers. Why has not everyone been doing that? That begs the question. But yeah, they're pretty much out of crossbows and out of ideas to give the dwarves. In a moment, it's just going to come back to just straight out assault and hope that brute force gets them through. The cav, yeah, I was going to say, that's actually not a bad idea. This sword unit here is pinning down a lot of orcs. You can get the cav up here, they can maybe actually get some decent charges into those archers, which are unprotected. I mean, obviously, units can arrive to support, like the polearms and the spears, and actually the archers are just going to disengage. They've seen the cav coming. They're not going to hang around. Might get a few more kills here, like the swords, but yeah, maybe not as well. Oh, they might get a charge here. Oh, barely a charge. No, not even. I wouldn't even call that a charge. One brave rider here got right into the front lines. He's probably going to get speared and killed there. Nope, he got out. Impressive. But I really don't think they got a single kill there, to be honest. It was an idea. It was a good opportunity that the Dwarves saw. Orcs just acted on it. They reacted well.
In range?
But now we're into what I like to call the Cold War phase. Both sides are sort of looking at each other, willing one of them to make a move. Orcs don't have to be obligated to make a move. They made that decision to go back up here. They could come back down. It's not in their favor though. They're not the attackers. They don't have to. They're not obligated to come down here and do anything. Evidently, that rear guard force as well has just joined the main force. Those 2 swords there. So yeah, it's kind of Yeah, I think these are the two units here, these two swords units. So that little sneaky move just kind of came to nothing. If they'd done it at the same time, I don't know whether they could spawn back here. I think they maybe could have. They decided to do it at the same time that they attacked like on these other fronts. They attacked on all three fronts at the same time. The orcs would have been in real trouble. And if they sent like more than just swords here, put like a sword, a shock, maybe like an iron guard or something like that, put something like that, that was really going to be able to hold and, you know, be a real thorn in the side for a little while. And then it would have made the attacks on the other fronts be a lot more effective. Dragon Slayers going in. See how they do. Yeah, I'm always of the opinion, like I say it in just about every Total War video where there's a siege involved, and maybe the attackers don't do as great as you'd hope, even if they are like a really good faction like Dwarves. Stretching. You've just got to stretch the defenders as much as possible. The Gundabad Warlords here winning this fight actually against Iron Hill Warriors and Aeromith from Veterans. And they were a healthy unit. And here goes the Orcs. I've not been paying attention. The Orcs have pushed and set up a new choke point line. I like it. Very aggressive. I think they should be. In a way, they didn't have to be. And I wouldn't have but I think just take the fight to the earth. Dwarves end this matter. That was Sons of the Hill going in. They've been beaten back already. Crossbows going to come forward. All 10 of the crossbows here. They're going to make the difference in shooting down those halberds. I think they're going to get gunned down themselves here in a moment. Yeah, Iron Fortress Guardians getting focused down. Another one drops. Mighty 9 of them left. They are a good hybrid unit if it can be used properly. They're a good crossbow and they are heavily armored. These guys, yeah, do a lot of damage. And here we go. We're going to see the cesspits of Gundabad open up. I think the halberds are going to move forward again. Add all these archers are coming down the hill. Just mobilize these units here. Try and now catch out the archers outside of their pike cordon. They're retreating here as well, which seems like just stay in melee at this point. Just get the fight done with. Oh, that's good though. That's actually no, it's not good because there's still a barricade here. They can batter down this barricade quickly than the Einhorn cavalry can just get through and get around the back. That'll be a very smart little move that can do that. Cav has gone in here, it's done some damage, but the polearms and the spears are supporting any sort of push here by the cavalry. Iron Guards going in as they should be. Archers are losing these fights. Sending a little bit more over here just to tie stuff down, just to keep this whole mass pinned in here. Has the barricade been destroyed quickly enough? Not really, 14%. I think the Dwarves could be defeated before that even gets destroyed. Oh, there's another cav unit. Oh my god, how much cav did these guys bring? I thought they had just the 2, but there's 3. And yeah, look at this. They could have, I mean, the Red Steel Guards, they're just going to, I imagine, stand now in front of this to deny the Iron Cavalry any sort of joy. Maybe getting a beautiful rear charge, which it would have been.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
What are the numbers? 800 against 3,000. Yeah, I mean, I've seen Dwarves win stuff, but I don't think I've seen them win this ratio.
They're trying to take out our general. Defend him.
I think they've only got the balance power so much in their favor at the moment because of the cav. The Gundabad hasn't got a single cav unit. I think is influencing that. They have broken through this way, have the orcs. And now there's not a lot left. I don't know why the dwarves are holding stuff back. Send these archers in, these crossbows, send these axes in, just get everything committed. Maybe because they're trying to leave spaces open for the cab, but the cab's really not going to do much. There's too many polearms and spears in here, mixed in. Like the orcs there, they didn't even connect. Gundabad spears. There you go. Iron Hill cavalry going in. I just also realized it's spelled Cavalli. Einhorn Cavalli. Well, that needs changing. I just realized that. How long has that been a thing? I've not realized that. That's the barricade's not even been destroyed yet. They're just standing here looking at each other. That's very funny. I'm bringing the cab back around at that point. Just dismount it almost, maybe it's probably a better idea. Dismount the cab, send it in on its own. It's like infantry. Might be a better idea. Pikes are in here. They actually might be having some trouble. Maybe do a little bit of a pike push. Get a little closer. They're barely connecting with his Red Citadel Guard at the moment. Gotta respect the dwarves though. Defeat is clearly on the cards. So but they still carry on fighting. Still slaying orcs. One less orc in the world. A dead orc is always a good orc. Yeah, the Red Citadel Guards here have actually had I'd say a pretty poor game. Getting slaughtered by most shock they're coming up against. Yeah, like this is a general unit here. It's not going to matter, but I think they've got enough here that even if they lose a general, the orcs aren't going to master out all of a sudden. Good charge there, actually, from the cavalry. I mean, that was in the Red Citadel Guard there as well. On the withdrawal, they're probably going to lose cavalry here. Or cavalry. Keep pike pushing a little bit more, I'd say. The Dragons still aren't really properly engaged. Einhorn cavalry again, still trying to get side charges. Actually, it's not a bad little section they've found there to charge into. Archers and swords. This archer's not broken, it's insane. 23 men left. It's triple bronze chevron. They stopped trying to destroy the barricade here as well. Just bring your cab back around then at that point. Just bring your cab back round. Yeah, really well played game by the orcs. Obviously, range I think had a massive part to play in it. To be honest, I think they actually were able to use their range effectively. Dwarves weren't. Maybe they could have if they kind of committed to setting up on that plateau. Who knows? I also think a multi-front assault would have been much more viable for the dwarves. They kind of attacked on one long front. On the same side, the orcs just knew where to put all their troops. They had a few, obviously, kind of garrison on the other side, but also they could have put some stuff on the back. That would have worked. Obviously, the problem is with the dwarves, it's hard to use them, certainly on attacks, because they're small in number. So if you want to have some impetus, you feel like you're obligated to stack troops in one area and make assault from one side. So I do get it. It's tough.
The enemy have rallied their units.
Dane here in the front line, just picked him out. How many kills is Dane going to get, do you think? I think at least 3 or 4. That huge warhammer of his. Oh no, he's down! He's dead! Well, that's a shame. Dane's there has not done the House of Durin any favours. The cav here is what's holding back this mass. They're getting swarmed. It's like a zombie apocalypse. So they charge in, have a little bit of success, and then get swarmed by the masses. Another charge there from the goats. make very silly noises. Very funny. Very funny. Iron Guards wavering at 69 and then mass rout. I think that's because their generals may be fallen already. Shattered because of army losses as well. I think we are going to see just a mass rout in a moment from the Dwarves. There's 30 seconds left of this replay. Sad to see what happened today. I don't know what the other general was, actually. I didn't even bother to have a look, see what the other general was. Probably an Iron Guard, I'd imagine. Anyway, Ironhold Cavalry. Oh no, it was the Ironhold Cav, of course. It was the Ironhold Cavalry. Or Cavalry. Which I think he's already routed as well. Yeah, he's gone at 47 out of 55. Wow. There you go. A Pyrrhic victory for the Dwarves. Sorry, for the Orcs. I don't know. I feel like it might be a close victory. To be honest. I mean, they took a lot of losses, but they still have like a large amount of their army. I mean, Traxius, who the entirely Gundabad army, lost most of his force. He had nothing left. But Blue Rock has a lot of his forces left. Over 2,000 orcs left. Really there for him. But yeah, this was sent in by Blue Rock, who was playing as the Orcs of the North. So thank you very much, man, for sending this one in. I mean, he got 111 kills here with one of his Gundabad blades. 103 with another one there. It's good for orcs as well, like fighting dwarves. Like, you're not going to have huge kills. Archers, though, the MVP. 158 kills, 156, 127, 122. They're the things that got the biggest triple figure kills. Traxius here playing as Gundabad, holding the front lines to start with in that initial fight. Again, his archers, MVPs, 234 kills, 197, 164 kills. Pole arms also did well, 174 kills, 123. And then the spears, 110. There's Tomb Raiders, 137 kills, 130. And the Gundabad Warlords, 148, 179 kills. And then, yeah, 50 kills with his general. Interesting to know what the money was, because he brought just an entirely elite army, which is insane, like tier 3 or above, which is insane, I feel like. We've got Foot Connoisseur here, playing as one of the Iron Hill armies. 171 kills with the Iron Hill Warriors. 128 kills with another one there. His Madoc Warriors, 166 is the best of them. His Warriors of Varied Mithrin, 235 kills, is not too shabby. Sons of the Hill, 143 kills. Iron Guards, 143 kills. Then yeah, his pikes and crossbows, yeah, just nothing, just weren't worth bringing. And we have Viract playing as the other Iron Hills army, 130 kills here with the Dane's general. 116 with the Iron Hill Warriors there. 160 kills with the Erimithran veterans. 172 kills with the Sons of the Hill. Yeah, his Iron Guards just passively were getting shot down to pieces. Just doing nothing there. And his crossbows also not worth bringing. One did get 161 kills, but not really worth it. The Cavs actually did do okay. 318, 142 kills once they got inside. But were they worth bringing, really? Just, I mean, they were let inside in the end. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, guys, that is today's Dawnless Days siege battle. I hope you did enjoy. If you do want to see more Dawnless Days, do check out some of the videos appearing on your screen now. Make sure you hit that sub button as well as we work towards 13k subs. And I'll see you folks in the next one. Thank you again, and bye for now.